Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of our Wizard101 Let's Play. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I am so happy you could join me. So, in this episode, we are going to start making our way through Wysteria and the Spiral Cup tournament. So yeah, a lot of people say, or a lot of people tend to, or at least some of the things I've seen online, different forums and whatnot, is that you can safely skip Wysteria, and to be completely honest, you can. But I like doing it because I like the handful of times I've done it on other characters. I find it enjoyable. I like it. It's, level appropriate. We're level, 27 right now? Yeah, level 27, almost level 28. You unlock the world at level 25, so honestly, it might be a little bit of a challenge, because, prior to this, I've been over-leveled for just about everything, which I do want to make a mention of. There is a negative to being over-leveled for things, and that is once we hit level 28, I'm going to be receiving a quest from Dworgen for our next quest spell, school spell. It is the Reanimate spell, which summons a death minion, depending on how many pips are used. But to actually get that spell, you have to go into a portion of Marleybone that you can't just immediately go into. You have to finish like the first. It's the second street that you get to go to. So yeah, we'll be waiting to do that. But honestly, it's not really that big of a loss. I would never use the reanimation spell. So yeah, so that is a negative. A lot of the automatic quests that pop up from time to time, maybe for an area you haven't gotten to yet. But anyway, I digress. Let's talk to Ambrose to learn about the Spiral Cup.
As you know, the other faculty members and I are quite impressed with your performance here at Ravenwood School. So much so that we would like you to travel abroad as a representative of the best Wizard City has to offer. You will compete in a magical tournament, dueling students from other magic schools for the ultimate prize, the Spiral Cup. Sadly, Ravenwood hasn't taken the cup in a long, long while. But we can't give up trying. Please report to Mr. Lincoln in Ravenwood. He can provide you with all the details.
So yeah, that is that. Anything else while we're here? Nope. So just head to Mr. Lincoln. The word I kept looking for is Wysteria is a side world. Nothing about it has anything to do with the main story of Wizard101. It is a side area, I believe, that they released after Dragonspire, between Dragonspire and Celestia. I could be wrong on that. I don't know. But anyway, let's talk to Mr. Lincoln. As you can see, Aegon has something for us as well, but again, that is the the daily peculiarity quest that you can get every like 15 days or so, as long as you are far enough in the story. That is also in Marleybone, but in a portion of Marleybone we can't get to yet. So, or I would have to quest through Marleybone to get to that. So I'm gonna leave that for now. Once we get to that spot, I'll pick up his quest and we'll take care of it. But anyway, Mr. Lincoln, what you got for us?
Hello there, young wizard. I've been expecting you. The Ravenwood School of Magic must send a student wizard to participate in a spiral-wide tournament of magic. This tournament is a very prestigious event, a chance for students across the spiral to compete for their school's honor. The tournament is held at Pigswick Academy, a rival school to Ravenwood, located on the world of Wysteria. After reviewing all eligible students, Headmaster Ambrose and the other professors chose you to be our representative. You will need this ring to show that you're our champion, the student to defend Ravenwood's honor in the tournament.
Mr. Lincoln hands you a heavy ring with an emblem of Bartleby inscribed upon it.
Be sure to put that somewhere safe, mind you. Perhaps lock it away in a drawer. It's too precious to carry around loose.
So how much you want to bet we're going to lose that at some point? I have a pretty good feeling.
Now the spiral door will take you to Wysteria. When you get there, see the Pigswick Academy registrar, Mrs. Dowager. She'll get you set up and see that you're taken care of. Good luck.
All right. Now, initially, I think I said once we finished Wysteria, I'd be like around level 33. That's wrong. I'm probably not going to be near that level. We should break into the 30s, but maybe not level 33. But we'll see. But I should be able to break into level 30. Anyway, here we are to Wysteria. We have been here once before to start the process of like getting cantrips, but yeah, I really like Wysteria. I like the design. I like the design of the place. I just find that most of the students are pigs. Kind of funny. The story of the world is also interesting. Something that we will be picking up later on. There's a quest that the librarian has for us, as per usual, to like read 4 different books and whatnot that give you the history of Wysteria. But anyway, the history of Pigswick Academy at least. Anyway.
Hello there. You must be our visiting wizard. Welcome to Pigswick Academy. I'll need to see your Ravenwood ring. Just a formality, of course.
You show Mrs. Dowager the ring Mr. Lincoln gave you. She inspects it and hands it back.
Excellent. Be sure to put that somewhere safe. You're here, of course, to build a sense of community between the different magic schools and to try to win the Spiral Cup. Go to the tournament hall to take a look at it. Then speak to Benedict Glendemming. He is both Master of Arms and our judge. You will probably need to demonstrate your skills in a qualifying match. So be on the ready. When you've passed the qualifying round, return to me and we'll get you sorted out. How exciting!
Nice. And yeah, as you can see, there are, pretty decent amount of experience here and there for this world. But we're not going to do that just yet. Naturally, this is a new world, so we got to go talk to Zeke. Go talk to Zeke to pick up his, find the things quest. Let's see what the mounts for this area. Yeah, you got the Pegasus. 2 different types of Pegasus are the ones that you can get here. The wallflowers.
Hey there, little wizard. Fancy meeting you here. Looks like you're out to broaden your educational horizons, eh? If you got a moment to spare, I'd appreciate a little help. No trouble to you, though. I'm looking for some plants native to these here parts. A species of flower called the wallflowers. They're a shy and retiring sort of flower. They'll hang close to walls throughout all of Wysteria. If you could find them all and return to me when you know where they are, I'd be mighty grateful.
There's just 4 of them. That's why you only get 230 experience, because there's only 4 of them throughout the entire world. I would very much love to see an expansion to Wysteria and Pigswick Academy sometime in the future. I feel like there's just a lot that they could do here. Anyway, so that is Zeke. I always like to see, what are the styles. Oh, see, what are the styles here? But I guess Pigswick, there isn't any specific ones, because you can only stitch items and unstitch. There's nothing you can buy from her that are, base cosmetic suits. Anyway, there's one more thing to pick up here. There's a ring that is pretty decent. Where's the ring shop? There it is. Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's a ring here that is a pretty decent one to grab. Yeah, the Bramble Band. The reason it's so good is because of that 5% pip chance. It's and you still get the get the health, you get the mana. It is less than what I'm currently using. I could go with that one. Incoming healing and mana. Ring of the Font. I haven't seen that one before. Yeah. But I'm gonna grab the Bramble Band because this is the earliest ring that you can get that has a a power pip chance. Like the next ones, you have to wait until like you're level 50, I think. Or I could be wrong on that. Actually, I might be wrong. But we're going to grab this. Pretty cheap, too. So, grab that. Equip it. Like I said, I'm going to take a bit of a hit to a few things, but that's okay. I really don't care that much. We haven't really, well, I'm not too worried about it, is what I'm trying to say. Wait, can I take this? I can! I can take the dragon ship painting. I'm taking it. That's mine now. Yeah, always be on the lookout for things. If you think it looks unique, you can probably pick it up as a decoration. As a housing decoration. But anyway, the first wallflower to pick up in the Pigswick Academy wallflower should be... yes, right here. So that's the first one of the 3 done. Let's go ahead and head back up to continue the quest line. And maybe pick up some blue wisps while we're at it. There's that one. Good. And is that full? No, not quite. There we are. 153, not too much of a loss. And our health is at 1409. Again, not too much of a loss. Anyway, into the hall. There's Benedict Glendinning, the dueling instructor for Pigswick Academy. Yeah, very fair, isn't it? But anyway.
You inspect the Spiral Cup, the greatest prize in all the Spiral. It looks like it's been here a while.
And I wonder why that is.
Watch out, Wizard. Pigswick folk are cheaters. They'll break the rules whenever they can get away with it.
And that's why they like to cheat. What that means is like some bosses will have like specific scenarios where a effect will trigger. It's not really something you have to worry about too much.
Greetings, visitor. I am Benedict Glendinning, Master of Arms of Pigswick Academy.
At least not. It's not something you have to really worry about here, at least. But anyway, I digress.
For years, I have taught magic and dueling. With my training, Pigswick students have won the Spiral Cup again and again. I am also the judge of this fine competition. My decisions are as fair as they are final.
Yeah, sure they are.
You come from Wizard City, no? You have my sympathy. Let us see if that charlatan Diego has taught you anything of worth. To qualify for the tournament, you must step into the Chamber of the Basilisk, if you will, and defeat Blaze Flamerender. There is no shame in defeat, so do not feel too badly if you do not succeed. Perhaps next year, no?
Now, I don't remember if Blaze... I don't know if Blaze is a... I don't know if he's a cheat boss or not. Let me check. I'm gonna head in. We'll talk to him.
Well. A Wizard of Ravenwood, huh? I'll go easy on ya.
Yeah, just 1 second. Alright. Now, Blaze does have a cheat. His is that on the first round of the duel, and every 4th round after, he will attempt to cast a Fortify spell, which is an aura spell that lasts for 4 rounds, and it decreases incoming damage by 15%. So, really not, yeah, so not that bad. Not too bad at all things considered. But anyway. He is a rank 5 fire boss, or rank 5 elite fire boss, but he's really not that hard. One-on-one fights, these are all, again, pretty easy. So, round 1, like they said, he's going to try to hit up a Fortify. He only has 565 HP, so he's really, again, not that bad. Set up a feint. So, there's his Fortify. Though that should have been a... I guess that... See, and that's where it confuses me a little. They say that that was a cheat, but I didn't actually see, like, see the cheat happen, right? Because that was just a normal like first round. So I don't really know if that's considered a cheat or not. I don't know. That's gonna hurt. Pretty heavy damage. But I think I took him out.
Wow! Go and tell Master Glendammit that you won the duel. I wasn't expecting much, but you certainly showed me a thing or two.
Alright. And that's the preliminary rounds completed. That's one of the books I was talking about earlier. We'll get to that eventually. Oh, before I turn this quest in, I'm just going to do this just to make use of all of our energy. Show off some school spirit too, yeah? Let's see, 5 minutes. Yeah, we're good.
So Diego has stepped up his game, no? Very well then. You will not be going home just yet. The tournament consists of 4 rounds of duels, each round against a rival school. You must win each duel to proceed. See Mrs. Dowager outside. She will see to your accommodations within the student dormitory.
Are we still not done with this quest? Oh, jeez. Okay. I thought talking to Diego would have finished it, but no. Talking to Dowager finishes it, but that's fine. Yeah, and I forgot about the monstrologist perk here. Pig. You can get, this is where you get extract pig, if you want it. Again, I don't really do a whole lot with monstrology, but so it doesn't really interest me all that much. But anyway.
Good for you. It's been so long since a Ravenwood student competed. I was worried they'd given up teaching magic there.
The one thing is just the sheer, like, holier-than-thou attitude that most of the people at Pigswick have. Like, Dowager, there's a couple that are just like, that's a bit much, don't you think?
Now that we've determined you'll be staying to compete in the tournament, it's time to get you squared away. You should report to the student dormitory. There you can meet the students you will be matched against and introduce yourself. You'll be sharing quarters with Beatrice Wildwind, Kisai Shugenja, Nalia Doomstrider, and Randolph Spellshine.
Yeah, if you can't guess, Randolph is the Pigswick contestant, and he's the other one that's a bit annoying, but it's okay.
You should also take the opportunity to put your Ravenwood class ring away. There's a small dresser. It should be safe there.
Yeah, they make mention of that a lot. And here's, like I said, the quest from Dworgen. I will go through the dialogue.
A little black bat came and sang to me. Your name was mentioned. I've a new and most powerful spell to teach you, should you have the time to learn it.
We'll do that some other time. Like once we're done with Pigswick, once we're done with Wisteria, we'll be going back to Marleybone to start that quest line. I'll pick the quest up then, but again, it's just not that important, and the spell's just not that good. Not with the way I kind of play the game. So anyway, let's go meet our competitors. Here's Blaze. I forget that he does come here after you've beaten him. I forget that all the time. But anyway. So let's speak with Beatrice.
Hello, it's nice to meet you. I'm Beatrice Wildwind from Weirwood.
And it took me longer than it should have. Weirwood is a region within Avalon, a world we do get to go to later on.
I look forward to crossing spells with you. Good luck.
That's her. Kisai Shugenja?
Greetings, my fellow wizard. Please allow me to present myself. Kizai Shugenja, representing Mushu in this tournament. I have longed to pit my magical skills against one of the Ravenwood School wizards, so this is fortuitous indeed.
Now, Nalia?
It's a pleasure to meet you, student of Ravenwood. I am called Nalia Dunestrider, and I come from a place called Mirage.
Another place, another world that is later on, after the first act of the game.
I am unsurprised
First
you
arc,
have never heard
whatever.
of my world. It is a subtle place, an oasis in a desert of mystery. Perhaps we will speak more before the tournament.
And if I remember correctly, Nalia, Beatrice, and Kisai, they don't have cheats. They're actually normal opponents. Whereas Randolph here has, I think, a couple cheats. I'm not sure what. I'll talk about them once we eventually face him.
You're the Wizard City representative? The tournament has really lowered its standards this time around, I suppose.
Yeah, see, he's a bit pretentious.
You don't think you have a chance of winning, do you? The Spiral Cup isn't going anywhere, and I'll be the one to win it.
I really wish we didn't have to put the ring in here, because it's obviously going to be stolen at some point. But, yeah, you have to.
You place the Ravenwood class ring in the dresser. It should be safe here. You should report back to Mrs. Dowager.
Yep.
I trust you had no trouble settling in. It's time you met the headmistress of Pigswick Academy, Belladonna Crisp. She makes a point of meeting all students. Please go to the headmistress's office and introduce yourself. Please don't be late. She's a strong believer in discipline.
So let's go speak with her. Are any quests popping up just yet? Yeah, we got a few. There's a few that are up and ready, but we'll wait until we get to that point. Yeah, we'll wait till we get to kind of like where they send us out into the world. Yeah, we're still kind of in the introductory stuff of Pigswick.
I've been waiting. What kept you? I suppose you've been welcomed by Mrs. Dowager and passed Benedict's test, so let's dispense with the formalities. I'm not sure what claptrap and nonsense they fill your head with at Ravenwood, but at Pigswick Academy, we study real magic.
Uh-huh. Sure.
The first order of business will be for you to go and meet the professors here. They're a top-notch group, without exception. I hope they can straighten out some of the foolishness Ambrose and his cronies may have passed along. The classrooms are located throughout the city. You should speak to everyone in whatever order you please. They are as follows. Professor Thaddeus Price, who teaches Tempest Magic. The Earth Professor is our very own Chester Drawers.
Chester Drawers. It's hilarious. So, Storm Magic, Life Magic.
Ember Magic is taught by Professor Anku. Edna Fuligan teaches Spirit, and Chaos is Hieronymus Bunch.
Fire, Death, and Myth.
Rounding out our faculty are Quentin Burble teaching Frost Magic, and Velma Pepper in the Equilibrium classroom.
Ice and Balance. So, as you can tell, Pigswick has things a bit backwards, but to each their own.
You look confused. You don't know those schools of magic. Speak to our faculty. Perhaps they can help.
Yeah. I just like the just kind of the general like absurdity of Pigswick. I just for whatever reason I just really like it. All right. We'll just do them in order of like who's closest and whatnot.
Welcome to the School of Earth Magic, young wizard. From the look of the soil on your boots, you're from Wizard City, right? I am Professor Drawers. Chester Drawers. What? Why are you smirking?
No reason.
At any rate, I teach earth magic here at Pigswick Academy. Magic of ground, growth, and the untamed wild.
Which actually does sound fairly different from life magic and would be really cool to see more of. But, I mean, they're basically the same. But still, that'd be kind of cool.
Because my school is that of the earth, I find it stifling to teach inside. So I lecture outside whenever possible. Other schools teach flights of fancy and arcane manipulation of ethereal flummery. But earth magic is the magic of the real. From earth came all things, and eventually, all shall return to its clutches.
That sounded a little ominous, Professor Drawers.
Unless you have further questions, I really must return to my duties. So many papers to grade.
I mean, didn't that sound ominous to anybody else? I wonder why.
Hello there! Did I surprise you? I'll wager you're thinking, whoa, is that a Yeti? Teaching? I'd never expect that. Chaos! That's the sort of thing I teach here. I am Professor Hieronymus Bunch, and Chaos Magic is my school of specialization. Chaos is the magic of the unexpected, the unusual, the unpredictable. It defies logic and turns things downside up. Anything and everything you can imagine can be found in chaos, except order. Order is boring. You don't want to find that. We'll talk more later, I'm sure. Or am I?
And see, this is kind of where things differ. This is the... Chaos magic is supposed to be the analog for myth. But, you know, the way they explain, like, why Storm is strong against Myth, it's because the chaos of Storm magic, or something like that, affects the more orderly imaginative ability of Myth. So there is some differences between them, which I do find interesting. But yeah, they're not really a one-to-one. Yeah, they're not. Some of them are. Yeah, some of them are. But not all of them are fully one-to-one. And chaos magic is definitely one of them, at least. Now we get to look into what do they call it? Frost magic, which is ice magic. Though, again, their explanations might be a little different.
Well, hello there, my little friend. What brings you here? You want to learn about frost magic? You should talk to someone who knows then. Oh, that would be me. Caught me off guard, you did. Right. Where was I? I am Professor Quentin Burble at your service. You may have surmised that I am not from around these parts. I teach Pigswick Academy students about the nature of frost. Frost is fleeting and quick, a fragile and delicate thing.
Which again is, you know, the opposite of how we teach it, of how it's taught at Ravenwood, since, you know, ice wizards are kind of the tanks, if you want to throw in RPG terms. They're the tanks of Ravenwood, so not quite the same, is it?
It appears rarely, but when it does, it forms crystals of amazing beauty and complexity. Frost is like magic in that.
But then again, Quentin here clearly doesn't really seem to know what he's talking about. And this is also true though, in reality, in regards to ice in reality. It is fragile, it is complex, it is all that thing. So the better way to look at things is more like it's the other side of the element. That's how I look at it, at least.
Do you understand frost magic now? Because I'm afraid I don't know more than that. I'm behind in my lesson preparation.
But yeah, it's the other side of the elements, if you would. I would really love to see Pigswick Academy's exclusive spells that you could learn from the various professors. Like me being a death with a necromancer, I could get spells from the spirit school. But that would be really cool if they did that eventually. Alright, here is our analog for balance magic.
Why, hello there, young wizard. You have the look of a newcomer to Pigswick Academy. Welcome to my laboratory. I am Professor Velma Pepper, and I teach the magic of equilibrium. My school represents bringing order to the spiral.
So just by that very definition, this would be the opposite of chaos magic, which doesn't really work from what we know. Anyway.
The natural world is full of confusion and disorganization, and thus it is the role of the equilibrium wizard to create harmony. We must use whatever tools we have in this important duty. All are equal, so long as they perform the task at hand. I trust that what I've taught you instills a semblance of order to your own worldview. Now, though, I must return to work.
All right. Edna Fulligan, the spirit professor.
Who dares disturb me? You must be here for the tournament, eh? Another of those tiresome meet the professors tours.
Yes, unfortunately.
Let me introduce myself, then. I am Professor Edna Fuligen, and I instruct Pigswick students in spirit magic.
Fuligen, excuse me, Edna.
Spirit magic concerns the ghostly state that exists after life. We are students of the immaterial world. I've heard of problems with Professor Malastair back at Ravenwood. Maybe his assistant Dworgen will be better.
See, I really like her. I'd like to see more of Edna. She's interesting, and nothing against Dworgen, but I like her design better. So if KingsIsle, if you guys are ever watching these videos, I'd love to see something to do more with Pigswick Academy and the professors and whatnot. But that's just me. Anyway, on to our next one, which I believe, they're saying to go to the Ember professor next. Grab that real quick. And then I think we'll finish off this little quest with the Tempest professor last, I believe.
Greetings, O honored guest from Wizard City. I am Professor Anku, your humble servant and guide to Ember Magic. Ember Magic is about warmth and security. In the cold dark of the spiral, Ember is like a warm rock to stretch out on. Wizards who study Ember Magic are not very adventuresome and prefer the comforts of hearth and home.
Which could be true for people more aligned with fire, or you can be more passionate, more adventurous, the exact opposite of this. But anyway.
Ember wizards are crafters, doctors, and cooks, using flame to forge artifacts, treat injuries, or bake cookies. So from the Ember we can learn much. Better to be safe and patient than to leap into action. I hope that explains things.
Last but not least, Tempest magic.
Greetings, young wizard. I am Professor Thaddeus Price, Professor of Tempest Magic. I suppose you're interested in learning something about Tempest Magic, right? Tempest Magic is about duality and hidden meaning. Like the tide, it's about the ebb and flow of life. The surface is stormy, to be sure, but beneath it is dark and quiet, and the waters are deep beyond imagining. I gather they teach a slightly different approach at Ravenwood, but I'm fairly certain that here we have it right.
And maybe you do. Who knows? We only have, you know, the spell trees at our disposal. Anyway. I've been saying that a lot today, anyway.
Did the tour of our faculty help repair the inadequacies of your prior education? Perhaps when the tournament is over, you can transfer from Ravenwood to Pigswick and really learn something. I've heard that at Ravenwood, they teach you that the source of all magic is a tree, and it's in the center of your school. How awfully convenient that must be. Do they really expect you to believe such nonsense? At Pigswick Academy, we recognize that the source of all magic is a fountain, not a tree.
Sure,
and
sure.
it's right here on campus.
And you were talking about convenient earlier?
If you take a look at the fount of magic, you'll see the error of your ways. It's in the center of campus, not far from here. When you're finished, return here and let me know what you've observed. You're a student, so go on, learn something.
Just trying to get all the introduction stuff out of the way. They say this Dolly Salvador is another professor, but I don't think you ever actually talk to her, so...
You examine the fount of magic. Looks like any other fountain. Something doesn't add up about this place.
Did you notice anything magical about the fount? I mean, surely you saw how it must be the one true source of magic.
She doesn't sound too convinced herself, does she?
You know, we heard from Headmaster Ambrose that you were good at solving problems. I've a mind to put that to use. Go and speak with Captain O'Hare outside the gate to Pegasus Place. Tell him I sent you and that you're there to help.
And finally, we get to the meat of the matter. Something is going on in Wysteria. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Captain O'Hare. How much time we're at? We're almost at 40 minutes. Yeah, we can keep
Sorry,
going for now.
no admittance. Pegasus Place is off limits to students and faculty until further notice. Headmistress Crisp sent you. I'm not sure. If you're anything like the students here, I can't see how that will help.
Most of the students at Pigswick are a bit incompetent.
Still, if she vouches for you, then who am I to argue? Let me explain the problem and you see what you can do. Pegasus Place has been taken over by a fierce band of goblins. We don't know where they came from, or how to send them back. You'd be doing us a favor if you could jump in and thin the wood goblins' ranks. Make them think twice about staying. Can you go into Pegasus Place and defeat 6 wood goblins, and return to me when you're done? Be careful in there.
Yeah, why not? We'll take care of some goblins, and then maybe wrap things up. There are a handful of side quests I would like to pick up. Is there anything in here? Yeah, he does. Yeah, Bunch has something for us, but I think I'm gonna leave the professor quests for a little while. I'm gonna leave those for a little while because eventually, Belladonna is gonna give us a quest like, "Hey, go talk to the other professors, see if they need anything from you." You know, so maybe I'll hold off for now. Anyway, let's check out these wood goblins. Rank 5 fire enemies, they're really not that bad, though. Let's see. I mean, 530 is nothing to scoff at all, but again, not really too worried about them. Though they do love throwing that weakness around. So that is a negative of these guys. They do really like throwing those weaknesses around. I guess I could have used the my spell. So my next two spells are gonna be weaker. That's great. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and Deer Knight. The dot damage should help take them out. Oh, that's helpful. And we got it on the one that we didn't boost. It's awesome. And that's 2 wood goblins. Done and dusted. Orange bell pepper. I haven't seen that one before. Now let's talk to Captain O'Hare.
You certainly sent some of them packing. Things might be a little safer now that they know not to mess with you. Our head gardener, groundskeeper Vern, is missing. Can you go back into Pegasus' place again and see if he's all right?
And I think that's where we'll start off the next episode. I do want to check one thing really quick. Wait, Belladonna has something for us? Hold on. Well, like I said, yeah, I'm going to go around. I want to go around and start picking up side quests. Some of them might be good to pick up now, just for, like, efficiency's sake. So what you got for us, Belladonna?
I understand from your Ravenwood transcripts that you're quite a detective, willing to help solve mysteries. We have a slight problem here in Pigswick's Merchant Street. Someone has spent some false gold, illusions cast on pebbles. Speak with the merchants affected, Oliver Quickneedle, Ophelia Moonreach, and Geoffrey Spellsmith, to find the guilty party.
Alright, we'll pick that up. We're not going to do it right now, but I'll definitely pick it up. Like I said, I'm going to ignore the professors. I don't really think you can miss any quests. I don't really think that's a thing in this game, but I mean, I could be wrong. But all of them are like, hey, go to this area, fight these people. So let's see, does the library have anything for us yet? Also gives me a chance to see what treasure cards he's selling. Oh, he does. Good, good, good.
You know, it occurs to me that as a visiting student, you haven't received any instruction in the history of this school. Rather than chew your ear with a boring lecture, I recommend seeking out part of the 4-book series The Pigswick Papers. This fine set of volumes will illuminate the darkness, stoke the imagination, and set you on a path of higher learning. Inconveniently, these works are spread throughout Wysteria, so you will have to keep your eyes open for them.
Crystal Tower is somewhere. I can't remember where the Crystal Tower is actually. It's a boss arena. Same thing with Lord Bramble's Tower. The library archives are just right over here, but we can't go in there until we have a quest for it. And the one we're going to go ahead and pick up is the Tournament Hall. There is an order to them. I can't remember if the Tournament Hall is book number 1 or not. It probably is, but we'll see. We'll grab that. Yeah, we'll grab the book here, and then I'm going to wrap things up.
Pigswick staffed his
Volume 2.
academy with instructors drawn from across the spiral, hired for their willingness to relocate. Rather than the dusty, tried-and-true methods of teaching magic, Pigswick sought new and less traditional approaches. Pigswick students were among the finest of those willing and able to afford the Academy's exceptionally high tuition. With lenient entry requirements, Pigswick is the primary school for students lacking obvious magic ability.
Oh, I love that. But yeah, with that, I do think, like I said, I'm going to wrap things up. In the next episode, I think we'll probably start off with all the glitters. Go ahead and get this quest done. What else is there? Yeah, Harmonia. Maybe I will just grab his quest. Yeah, maybe I will. But anyway, it will start things off in the next episode with all the glitters. Get that underway, because I do know that eventually sends you back into Pegasus Place to fight some, I think it's either more wood goblins or maybe hobgoblins, one or the other. But yeah, that'll be for the next episode. Anyway, on that note, like I said, I'm going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing to stay up to date for whenever new content is posted. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next time.